everybody, this is English Proficiency 2 Group V that guided by Madam Suhada, and my group number is number 3. Thank you for your watching. And Jason Chuan is me. My metric number is 277432. And I want to introduce my group members, which is Kazurina, Xiufen, and Jana. So now I would like to talk about the impact of COVID-19 on everyday work life. What is COVID-19? COVID-19 is a serious pandemic that happened to the global nowadays. It actually called the name as coronavirus 2019. So we call it that COVID-19. This COVID-19 is happened in the last year during the autumn season, which in the Wuhan, Hubei, China, and finally identified in December 2019. Because this pandemic suddenly happened, the president in United States, Donald Trump, called it as Wuhan virus. But investigated by the scientists, they said the COVID-19 is the new version virus of the acute respiratory syndrome that caused SARS in 2003. First case that detected the COVID-19, which in 25 January 2020 in Malaysia. The Malaysia who had traveled to the Singapore and have the close contact with a 66 years old positive patient of the coronavirus.
Hi, Assalamualaikum, and a very good afternoon to everyone. My name is Nur Kajurina binti Muhammad Syafindi, and my metric number is 281754. And today I'll be doing a presentation of how COVID-19 has affected our daily life. Without further ado, my first point is new social cues at work, out in public, and also adhering in social distancing. Okay, firstly, we all knew that handshake has been used as a greeting, as a standard greeting in global politics or even in global businesses for like over 1,000 of years. Like we all has been using this handshake, like this way of greeting. But however, due to this COVID-19, there's no more handshake, there's no more touching. Like we all need to get used to this new normal, which is no touching. We need to stay away from each other for like 1 meter. And yeah, we need to prevent COVID-19 virus from infecting us. Okay, secondly, when we are going out, we must strictly follow the SOP given by the government. Okay, the first thing that we need to have when we are going out is we need to wear these face masks. Okay, so this is the 3-ply face mask, everyone know. Okay, because if we don't wear this face mask, we are going to be fined 1,000 ringgit Malaysia. That's expensive. So it's either you are wearing this face mask or you need to pay 1,000 ringgit Malaysia. Choose. Okay, and secondly, when we arrive to our destination, we need to scan the QR code of that place, and then by using the MySejahtera application, or either you can just use like write down your name, your phone number, your temperature. But in the midst of COVID-19, I suggest you to just use the QR code by using the MySejahtera application, because we need to practice more contactless, right? So yeah, it's better to use that way. And my third point is there is no more large gathering or massive gathering or even marriage ceremony. They are only allowed 250 guests in that ceremony, because like usually we invite for like 1,000 like 1,000 guests to our marriage ceremony, but there is no more. We are only allowed to invite 250 guests, which is quite a little amount of number, but it's okay. We're in this together. Like, we need to prevent COVID-19 from infect us, and we must, like, maintain the social distancing of one another. Okay, and then my last point is, most company are switch over online virtual modes of working, which is like there's no more work in the office. Like, we all like work from home, not even for work only, but also in the universities, schools. They also use the online learning, no face-to-face learning. Everything's like online, and even like what we are using now, online, like we didn't really get to experience university life. But it's okay. And also, because of these COVID-19 cases in Malaysia has been rising drastically. Okay, like for more than 750 employees are ordered to work from home because of the number of cases rising drastically. So yeah, we are all in this together. So I hope that everyone stay home, stay safe, and that's all from me. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Chai Xiufen. My metri number is 277353. Okay, let's start continuing that my subtopic part, which is the service sector is the most affected sector due to the global pandemic. COVID-19 have been spread out in Malaysia since the government implemented the movement control order MCO to avoid close contact by avoiding crowded environments, and the slogan "Just stay at home" is frequently used by the government. So that many companies have been shut down during MCO. This situation gives some negative impacts to service sector, especially tourism sector. Okay, so let me share the poster slide first. Okay, from this poster, okay, we know that we focus on the two parts first. The impacts to the two sections, which is hotel industry and airline industry. Okay, for the hotel industry, that is about 20% of 1,200 hotels under Malaysia Hospital Association (MAH) are facing action to be shut down. Temporary cause over 6,000 employees lost job. So we know that from this information, we know that the hotel industry has been hit hardest. Many hotels are struggling to survive after the ban on entry because many people and also tourists have been cancelled the hotel booking. The rate of cancelling hotel booking is quite high after the COVID-19 is happened in Malaysia. So there are many hotels are facing financial problem and bankrupt. So next part is airline industry. Early March 2020, 10% of all flights were cancelled, and 40% to 60% fewer flights. Movements with international flights affected the most. Over 80% flights movement were restricted across all regions. So from these informations, so we can know that the business of airline industry had affected because of COVID-19 that have been spread out rapidly to the whole world. The, the COVID-19 is a global crisis now. So because of this global pandemic, many people just follow the instruction MCO, and we we can only stay at home and we cannot go out to travel. So this is the main reason. So other than that, restaurant, bus, taxi, Grab car also face a similar problems. So since the companies related to tourism sector face a financial problem, revenue decrease, and also may facing the bankrupt. So many of them will choose to fire some employee to cut down their costs. So that this will cause the employment rate in Malaysia is continuing rises. So that is for me. Thank you.
The another impact to the big companies such as the Robinsons Co. Malaysia are facing the problem of the financial difficulties and limits liquidity, are willing to absorb the cost, and the company revenue decrease, especially for the roadside stores, outlet stores, or branch have been badly shaken. Most firms are now finding it difficult to keep up with their monthly costs. This is because they cannot maintain their cash flow in their business. However, during the CMCO or the MCO time, they also need to pay the taxation to the government, also need to pay to their workers, or need to pay the loan briefing, and need to delay the receivables and declines in revenue. So many of them are facing the bankrupt problem.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Jannah binti Anwar, metric number 280975. For fresh graduates, in last September, the Higher Education Minister Datuk Seri Nur Aini Ahmad said the economic challenges caused by COVID-19 could add more hurdles to some fresh graduates in finding employment this year. It is estimated about 300,000 graduates are due to complete their respective education this year. Because of this pandemic, the ministry estimates 75,000 graduates will have their employment opportunity disrupted for 6 months after their graduates. Okay, the last one, Malaysian economy. There is a largely reduced on Malaysian economic activity. Negative growth are reported in most economic sectors, while the majority expenditure component decline. This pandemic will have devastating effects, both from external, which is global supply and demand stock, and also domestic factor due to MCO, or we call it movement control order, on Malaysian economy.
In a nutshell, all of us are hoping that we can free from the COVID-19 pandemic in the future day. This is because a lot of the impact that faces from all the worldwide citizens include the animals. And I would like to say, coronavirus, get out from our life. That's all. Thank you.